This customer ordered a split Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant cake for her son's birthday. She wanted this to be a two-tier cake with one side decorated as the Lakers and the other side decorated as the Chicago Bulls. So I frosted half of each tier in this golden yellow color buttercream, and the other half of both tiers were frosted in this bright red buttercream. I made a small separate batch of purple buttercream and then added some different spots all around the yellow side. I used my acrylic scraper to smooth out that purple. I did this to both top and bottom tiers, and I did this very gently. I didn't want the colors to so much blend together, but I wanted both of those colors to appear on the base. Then I move on to the red or Chicago Bulls side. I mixed up a small batch of black buttercream and I added it to both tiers just like the other side. I grabbed my scraper and then gently pressed that into the cake. Like I said, I did this so gently that I had to go over it a couple times just to make sure that it gave the effect that I wanted it to. And finally, the base of this two-tier cake is all finished. To begin decorating, I backed up some of that black buttercream and using a 4B piping tip, I piped a border along the bottom, middle, and top of the cake. Then I piped another border where that dividing line is separating the two colors. I piped this going up from bottom to top, and then I went right next to it and piped from top to bottom. Then I turned the cake and did the same thing to the other side. I couldn't forget the top of the cake where there's also a dividing line separating those two colors. After I finish all of the piping, I add these toppers that the customer requested. The first one is a gold happy birthday topper, and the second one is this basketball hoop topper. I think it's so cute. Then I add all of the images that I printed on edible sugar sheets and placed over fondant. The first ones are these Lakers and Bulls logos that I add to the bottom tier. Next, I cut out the Jordan or Jumpman logo and Black Mamba logo on the top tier, one on each side. I found these round logos for the Bulls and the Lakers, and I add those to the top tier as well. And last, I add these black silhouettes of basketball players onto the bottom tier next to that logo. I printed these images of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and turned them into toppers using chocolate melts and fondant. I of course place one to each side on top of the cake, and last, I add some pieces of 24 karat edible gold leaf all around the cake. I first only started adding this to the black border, but then I realized it looked good on the base of the cake as well. And now this split cake is all done. Here's what it looks like in my light box. The customer loved the cake. She even reached back out to me a couple days later to place another order. Always love making split cakes. I hope you guys like this one.